Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Terra Luna and kind of what happened. Uh, Now, if you guys don't know, it's all over the internet, but we could see, come on, we could see that. Shrink this. What happened with Terra Luna? Now, I personally didn't have any Terra Luna, uh, but what ended up happening? The Terra Luna was about 120, I believe, and then it depegged from the USD, and then it just started tanking. Now, I saw this as a opportunity, and once I'm like, what is this Terra Luna? And then I just got in when it was pretty much at the bottom, and I got in, and I basically caught a falling dagger is what they call it. And when it was close to the bottom, I pretty much bought about a hundred bucks worth, and then it started going up, and I was like, okay, so I got $100. But then it started tanking again, and then I sold. So I figured that was it. Okay, it had a moment of going up, and then uh, had a moment of going up, and then it's just gonna die again. So I panicked. I sold, and I was down a little bit. But then yesterday it started going back up again, so I got back in. And yesterday it seems like this constant pattern to where it starts out being down, but then it starts going back up because it's turning into a very, very volatile. Like it'll start on the day, it'll be down, but as the day progresses, it'll go up because people are taking Well, I'm going to talk about this, but people are taking profit. And I'm going to punch this in my. See what I'm talking about here? A second ago, before I made this video, these had red candles. They had red candles. That before I was making this video, I'm like, oh, it's going down again. Now there's a green candle and it's going back up. So this coin is very, very volatile. So my plan for Terra Luna is I have. I'm not gonna say how much I have, but after I saw it dipping and I got back in, I'm basically just gonna ride this out until a certain point, and then I'm just gonna sell and forget about it. Because you got to think about. For me, this is not a long-term coin because it proved itself to be. Uh, when it went down all the way down to zero, it proved, at least to me, not to be a stable coin, or at least not a coin to hodl. It it's like a short-term trade, but I predict that this coin is not really going to really survive much longer. It'll have a little bit of volatility, but whatever will happen, uh, you gotta stay informed with what's going to happen. But uh, they're working on certain things. They're burning tokens. They're trying to do what they can to get the value back up. So the money I have in this, I'm willing to lose it if it goes back down to zero. But I don't think it's going to go back to down to zero right now because there's too much there's people that are just, it'll go up, and then people are going to sell, and it's going to go down, and people are going to put their profits, and they're going to put it back in, and it's going to go back up. It's just a constant cycle right now, and that's going to happen for a while, but eventually the coin is just going to, it'll fizzle out, and it might just stay. It might find a certain point in the market and just go sideways from that point. But let's just look at a couple of my charts here. We can see that they're right now with my buyers and sellers. Now this one's one of my paid indicators I talked about, and people are selling right now. Kind of neutral. So I think by the end of the day it might be going back up to selling. You have to pay attention to the chart. But let's look at some other indicators here. Now I haven't talked about these other indicators. I'm going to go more specifically. Let's look at the pressure gauge. Let's see if there's any kind of momentum here. I don't see any momentum for it. No. There's not enough pressure for it to go up or down, so it's pretty much going neutral or sideways. Let's look at some other. Let's see. I don't think I've shown you the price versus money. This is telling you if the whales are buying. This basically tells you if this isn't a paid indicator, but this is basically telling you if the whales are buying into this coin. If it goes up, the whales are buying. If it goes down, the whales are selling. So what you can see is pretty much neutral right now. So let's look at some other indicators. And you guys, if you guys want more updates, make sure you look at my community tab. I'll post screenshots of these charts and more information on them. Do we do buyers and sellers? Let's check that out real quick. Oh yeah, I already have that one on there. Hold on. Let's do the other indicator. Buyer, sell, pressure gauge. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think I mentioned them all. Let's just real quick look at the volume. Let's look at the volume. Let's look at the volume. So there's a little bit of sales, but a lot of people are selling right now. But that could change at the end of the day. Okay. Come on. All right, well, I think that's all I'm going to cover right now. Guys, you guys look at my community tab. I'll post my predictions on if I think it's going to go up or down. But anyway, this is a very volatile coin right now, and you got to remember, I personally don't see this as a long-term hold, and I don't think a lot of people should because of what happened. It went from 120 to 0, so a lot of people losing their faith in it. But that doesn't mean that if you got it in the bottom, you can make some gains. So anyway, please remember when you put your money into an asset, make sure you put it in diversify and put it into. My suggestion here is put your into the assets that have, or they're in the top, that have mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you diversify into those first, you'll be all right. But I would first focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then if you have anything left, you can focus on some of these other coins, but don't put all your money in a coin that's not even in the top 10. Because a lot of people had a lot of their money in this, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. So I feel sorry for those people, but at the end of the day, just got to remember to, diversify and be responsible and do your own research on these coins. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for today's video. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future